Hi everyone. Today our objective or goal is to use complete sentences with a noun and a vivid verb to write an end to our informational topic. So vivid verbs are action words. They give the reader a better idea of what action is taking place in the writing or in our writing. Remember that we're working on an informational topic. My topic is writing about monarch butterflies and how a monarch butterfly becomes a monarch butterfly. I want to quickly reread where I left off. After 10 to 12 days, the caterpillar has formed into a butterfly that is ready to hatch. Now, I could leave that middle the way that it is, but I was thinking about it. This middle needs just a little bit more before I move into the end because I hadn't talked about how it gets out of the chrysalis and takes off. So I can use a transition word of finally. But I want to remember our focus today of vivid verbs. So I want to use that in my writing. So finally, the butterfly. And we talked earlier in the week about helping verbs and verbs of being. So what it will do in the future or pretty soon is it will break free of, it will break free. I want to say that it pushing its way through the delicate, because it's very thin or delicate shell of the chrysalis. And as that final moment, and prepare to take flight. So when I think about some of those vivid verbs that I've even put in that last sentence to my middle, it says, finally, the butterfly will break free, pushing its way through the delicate shell of the chrysalis and prepare to take flight. So now I feel like that middle is completely done. So notice again, as I'm getting ready to move into that ending, that I want to drop down to the next line and indent because I'm starting a new paragraph. So when I start, I indent. And now with the end, it's just a way to bring this paragraph to a close or ending it. So from a tiny egg, and when we write an end, we kind of restate where we've already been, from a tiny egg to a majestic. That word monarch means royalty, so I always think of majestic and colorful butterfly. That's what I've been writing about. I have to remember that I should still be writing about butterflies by the end. The process, and that was what I have been writing about this whole time, the process of transforming. Again, that would be a vivid verb instead of saying changing or becoming. The process of transforming into a monarch, capitalizing the M in monarch because it's specific, butterfly, is truly amazing. And I'm going to use an exclamation point for that because that's how I feel about it, and I want to show the reader that. And so finally, I am never bored. So I could say tired or bored. My action is observing. Instead of just saying watching or looking at, I'm going to say observing this process. I'm never bored. I love it. I could watch it all the time. In my garden, that's where I see it. In my own garden. End of my complete thought, so I'm going to put a period right there. And then I do have a final thought that I want to add to this ending. Whenever, and slide my paper up just a bit, whenever I see a butterfly, and they don't just fly, they flutter. Whenever I see a butterfly flutter, Remember, vivid verbs, we want to show the reader that action of what's taking place. Flutter through. And I'm going to end up having to go to the back side of my paper. So let me flip over really quick. So they flutter through my garden. Let's see. How can I end this? I know I'm in for a real treat. I know I'm in for a real treat. And as a closer phrase, I could say thanks to Mother Nature. To Mother Nature. And that's just kind of like a phrase because this is something that occurs in nature, and sometimes we refer to things that happen in nature as Mother Nature. Your job today, everyone, is to use complete sentences with a noun and a vivid verb to write an end to your informational topic. Some of you might need to go back and finish up your middle main idea like I did today, and you're still going to think about those vivid verbs that you used in your writing. So some of mine that I used the vivid verb of pushing. You can see that idea of pushing and preparing to take flight. The process of transforming, that's something we can do. And even how a butterfly can flutter. Those would all be examples of vivid verbs, action words to show the reader in greater detail what we are writing about. Happy writing, everybody!